From LaBarge Stadium on the campus of Orange Coast College, Bally Sports presents the Prep Zone as the Serra Cavaliers are here to take on the Orange Lutheran Lancers. Hi, everybody. Thanks again for joining us here on Bally Sports. I'm Tony Moskal, and what a game we have in store for you. 364 days ago, these two teams met at Serra High School, with Orange Lutheran coming out on top. Both of these teams went on to have great years. They both won CIF championships. Orange Lutheran, the Division II championship. Serra, the Division III championship. Last year, the Cavaliers started off 1-3. Coach Scott Altenberg did a fantastic job juggling injuries throughout that 1-3 start. One of those players that was injured did not have a great impact. It's number 2 wide receiver, defensive back, kick returner, Roderick Pleasant. This young man is fast. He is the fastest person in the state of California. He won the state championship in the 100 meters and the 200 meters. If he gets out in the open field, just stop running. You will not catch him. They're going to try and get him the ball in space, get him out, stretch that defense, open up that running game. For Coach Rod Sherman in his second year at Orange Lutheran, 11 of his 22 starters are freshmen or sophomores. But the one constant, middle linebacker Gabe Morin, 140 tackles last year, led the Trinity League. Gabe's going to also be asked to do double duty, carrying the ball on offense as a fullback. If his tenacity on defense translates to offense, this team is going to have a successful season. So sit back, pull up a chair, relax. It's high school football. We're back on Bally Sports.
It's the Ford Summer Supercharged Sales Event, and with great offers on select Ford vehicles, you'll not only bring back the fun, you'll supercharge it.
Now get the powerful 2022 F-150 with 1.9% APR for 60 months, only at your Southern California Ford dealers.
Welcome to Orange Coast College for tonight's opening season game between the Serra Cavaliers and the Orange Lutheran Lancers. I'm going to be quiet for the national anthem.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets bright glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
A wonderful rendition of the national anthem by an Orange Lutheran student. Got a good one for you here tonight. It is football season. We are back, and we could not be any more excited to bring you this game. My keys to the game for the Serra Cavaliers: Fields of Dreams. No, it's not the best baseball movie of all time. It's Dakota Fields, the junior cornerback. He is a stud. The helpful Honda person, Kai Honda. Running back last year, 821 yards. And in all sincerity, Sincere Rainey, number 2 in the Mission League in rushing yards. Only Floyd Chalk from Alamany had more yards than Rainey did, who was over 1,000. And for Orange Lutheran, this is a very young team. As Serra won the opening toss, they deferred, but the youth movement, 11 of 22 starters, are freshmen and sophomores. On a wing and a prayer, Jackson Wing, one of the leading receivers back from last year's team, and hail to the chief, Nick Hale, left tackle, 6'5", 280 pounds. He tips the scale. He's got an offer from New Mexico State and interest from the United States Military Academy. Kai Honda for the Cavaliers, going to put his foot into this and get us started. Back to receive, Deuce Frierson. And I believe that's number 13, Ben Alafayo. Honda puts his foot into it. That'll be Alafayo right around the 3-yard line. And he takes it to the middle, and he's upended and takes a dive out to the 20. He was upended by number 20, Reddick Dixon. So let's take a look at the starters.
First and 10 for the Lancers at their own 20.
3-quarterback system will be employed by Coach Rod Sherman tonight. TJ Lateef, John Gazaniga, and Alex Medden. And it will be TJ Lateef, number 9, the sophomore, has offers from Arizona, Colorado, Florida State. Threw 2 passes last year, 1 of 2 for 35 yards. 5 receivers. Ball is tipped, picked. That's Roderick Pleasant. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
Touchdown, Serra.
Ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage. And I believe that was number 66. That is Travis Leonard. And Pleasant takes that to the house. The long snapper is Bradley Kakazu. Bradley, a great story we'll get into later on in the game. Kai Honda on for the extra point. Last year, Honda, 41 of 53 in extra points, and he's 1 of 1 on the early season.
0.
There you see some of the Orange Lutheran students.
Come on, let's go.
Six. All right, there have been 3 plays in this game, and Kai Honda has been involved in all of them. So he will kick this one off again. Alafeo and Frierson back to receive. And they've switched sides. 29. Pleasant 29 yards officially. And we're finding the tip was from number 29, Robert James. So here come the Lancers for their second series, second play. So Latif back out to at quarterback. In motion up the middle. That's going to be Barrera. And Barrera picks up about 6. Last year, Barrera, the only rushing yards that returned from last year, he had 1 carry for 6 yards. Last year, this team had 1,867 yards rushing. Serra showing blitz. Latif stands in, got a guy on the corner, and that is caught. That's number 7. That's Jason Mitchell, 6'3", 185-pound junior. They really are not Mitchell. I'm sorry. That's Conrad Hernandez, transfer from Corona Centennial. So he just gets behind his guy, and you come from Corona Centennial, you're going to be catching a lot of balls because Matt Logan throws a lot. So Hernandez with his first catch. He'll play both a slot and outside. Latif calls his own number and goes maybe a yard. Orange Lutheran last year averaged 32 points a game. They gave up 32 points a game. About 400 yards of total offense, 274 on the ground, 100 in the air. With Logan Gonzalez, 125 on the ground. They threw it about 56% of the time and ran it about 44. Hernandez in motion. Latif being chased. Tries to throw back across his body. Tried to get that into Garrett Schnabel. Let's take a look at the starters for the Lancers. Across the front, Hale Rodriguez, Tagawai, Johnson Williams, and Utu. Utu is a freshman, 6'4", 270. Offensive line coach Chris Ward said this young man has a very high ceiling. Latif back just overthrows Hernandez, who is defended by Trey Harrison. Backs and receivers for the Lancers. Bring up 4th and 10. And back to punt will be, I believe that's Dieter Kelly. Last year, 33 yards a punt. 10 of them inside the 20. Pleasant is at his own 15. And they're going to kick to him. This could be dangerous if he gets, oh, that's a great open field tackle by Orange Lutheran. That's Keon Washington, who does a great job of bringing down Pleasant. Doesn't give him a chance to go anywhere. Good punt by Kelly. And you see Washington just beats his guy and just grabs Pleasant by the ankles and brings him down. So it'll be 1st and 10 Cavaliers at their own 15-yard line. Their first offensive play. 9:36 left here in the first quarter. Very experienced offensive line. Not so much at quarterback. Jason Mitchell, always been a quarterback, but he broke his finger last year. He was able to play defense last year, but just not quarterback, but because they had a young man named Malik Murphy now at the University of Texas. They are going to live and die on the ground this year, and they've got 2 guys that can really get it done. There's one of them, Sincere Rainey, 1,054 yards last year, 12 touchdowns. As we take a look at the Serra offensive starters, let's take a look at that offensive line. 6'2", 300 they average. There are the big boys up front. Pittman, returner. And we take a look at the backs and receivers. Rainey and Honda, Bel Gonzalez returners. Kikazu, 2 ACL surgeries. We'll get into that in a minute. As Rainey takes that, cuts back, and he just keeps going, picks up the first down. Helmet comes off, so he'll have to come out for a play. See a nice ground level. Good cutback. And Rainey is he's a bull. 5'10", 230 pounds. Last year versus Olu, 7 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown. We'll get that Orange Lutheran defense for you in a minute. 2 backs, Honda and Rainey. That's Honda with the ball. And that was not Rainey in the backfield. That was Josh Baldwin, because Rainey had to go out. Rainey comes back in. Second, let's take a look at that Olu defense. There you see them as Mitchell rolls out, trying to find some room, but doesn't. Then he's going to be taken down for a loss. And you see Scott Altenberg in his 23rd year was a little bit upset with somebody who may have run the wrong pattern.
Mitchell on the keeper, loses 3. Right down by Philip.
The biggest improvement, Coach Rod Sherman said, on this defense is up front. Very impressed with their physicality in their scrimmage against Sierra Canyon. Says we are most improved on the defensive line. They start 4 seniors, 3 juniors, 3 sophomores, and a freshman. Olu bringing some pressure. Ball gets out to Rainey in the flat. He's got some room, but he trips a little bit. Doesn't get much. Screen was set up, but that will bring up 4th and about 8. And Kai Honda will be called on to punt it away. The long snapper is Brad Kikazu. He had 2 ACL tears. Tore it after his freshman season. Came back for that shortened season that we all remember during COVID. And he tore it again. Had some great conversations with him last year. Saw him tonight, and he said he is just so happy and grateful to be back. 2 ACL tears. The amount of rehab that young man went through was probably just a lot. As Honda kicks it end over end, that's Hernandez. And he's going to get bottled up. But Olu will have decent field position at the 35-yard line.
Hernandez on the return. First and 10 for Orange Lutheran at their own 37.
Just to finish the Kikazu story, getting offers from BYU in the Ivy Leagues, said to me that he's going to go on his Mormon mission after high school and then make a decision after that, and he said it'll probably be BYU. And good for that young man just to come back and continue to play. So Latif comes back in at quarterback. 7-0 here, 6:13 left in the first. And Latif is going to keep it. And he's going to stumble forward. A little zone read action there. You read the defensive end. If he crashes, Latif is going to take it. If he doesn't crash, then Latif is going to hand it off. So there, defensive end crashed. Latif decided to keep it. Got around for about a 2-yard gain. Rod Sherman in his second year. Valor Christian in Colorado. Coach somebody you may have heard of, a young man by the name of Christian McCaffrey. As that ball is thrown out to the flat, that's to one of the tight ends, A.J. Ia, 6'5", 225-pound sophomore. You see Ia, good-sized young man right there.
First down.
So first down for the Lancers at about their own 48-yard line. Barrera with the ball. Cuts back, finds a seam. Gets out past the 50, down to the 45, where he is brought down by number 34, Marcellus Ryan, a freshman.
Barrera, the ball carrier, being a man on the play. The ball across midfield in Cavalier territory.
Nice cutback there by Barrera as he finds the seam. Heads upfield, senior brought down by freshman. Bad snap. Latif falls on it. Smart play there. You don't want to try and do anything silly. Just get the ball and fall on it. There you see the Orange Lutheran student section. Great year by the Lancers last year. Obviously a tough league. They went 1-4. Their only win in league was against Serra. Then they got hot in the playoffs. That ball is knocked away. That's the freshman again. That's a great play by Ryan. But they got hot. They beat a very good Simi Valley team. Then they beat a very good Corona Del Mar team. Danny O'Shea does a great job there. They beat John Ellinghouse and Sierra Canyon 42-40. And then a great game against Alemany in the championship game, 38-35. Then they get into the state game against Cathedral Catholic. It was more of a basketball game than a football game where they lost 71-62. Low punt. Going to let that bounce. Pleasant decides not to go after it. That'll roll down to about the 13-yard line. Explosive start to the game. Pleasant, a 20-yard interception return for a touchdown. But then we've kind of settled in. Couple possessions, not a lot of movement. Olu got a couple first downs, but now it's a field position battle. I feel like I am in the presence of greatness up here. I am in the middle of two legendary prep writers, Steve Fryer, Orange County Register, Eric Sonheimer. Going to get all my stats and all my important stuff from two guys who know a lot more than I do. Quarterback change here for the Cavaliers. This is Jimmy Butler. And we get a flag, and it's probably going to be a hold. And this is Jimmy Butler, not the basketball player, obviously. Jimmy's a 5'10", 170-pound sophomore. And that'll be a hold. That is our referee, Jason Boykin. Umpire Michael Blanchard, headlinesman Todd Summers, line judge Tad Bukos, and the back judge John Batarse.
Serra brings the ball back to the 5-yard line.
Butler in shotgun, three receivers to the left side. Rainey, the lone back. First and a whole lot for the Cavaliers. And he's just going to throw that out to Kai Honda. Honda picks up a couple. I asked Coach Scott Altenberg, I said, Scott, how do you know that you will be doing well? What is the clue for you? He said, my big thing is, will we be in third and short? If we're in third and long, we are not built for that. Last year, he didn't worry about it because he had a young man named Malik Murphy who threw for almost just under 3,000 yards. He's now at the University of Texas. Just a little bit inexperienced at quarterback this year for the Cavaliers. Honda going nowhere. Mason Johnson, last year 35 tackles, 8 for loss. And there's a tackle for loss for the 6'3", 225-pound junior. Or a senior, my bad. So now 3rd and about 15 for the Lancers, not where Scott Altenberg wants to be. So we will see what young Jimmy Butler has in store. Got Pleasant out here to the bottom of the screen. And up top, Zach Williams, a transfer from St. John Bosco. Max protect, they try to run the screen to Rainey, but he drops it. Had it set up, had the rush coming, was set up middle screen. So that'll bring up 4th and a whole bunch. And right now, Orange Lutheran is winning the field position battle. However, Serra is on the board 7-0. There you see a good shot of Aaron Korp, Orange Lutheran legend. Was a quarterback for Jim Kunow, went to USC, then went to the University of Richmond. Had a nice conversation with Aaron before the game about their quarterbacks. That punt is high and very short. Bounces right around the 35-yard line and goes out to the 41 where it is down. So tremendous field position and an opportunity for this Lancer offense. We are at Orange Coast College. A beautiful sunset here. I don't know where you live, but where I live, it has been a literal oven for the last couple of weeks. So it is a pleasure for me to come down here and see some clouds and some cool weather, about 65 degrees. No wind at all. As the Lancers take possession at the 41-yard line. Latif, play action. He's going to get brought down. That is number 32 for the Cavaliers. Daylon Reed, 5'11", 210-pound freshman. Reed's just going to get rid of his guy. That's left tackle. Joe Rodriguez, it looked like he got rid of. And he comes in and brings Latif down for about a 6-yard loss. Little option play. It's Frierson out in the open field. And he goes head-to-head with Noah Keohuloa. And that's a really nice play by the Lancers, just on the little option pitch. Here we see it, just right before Frederick Williams gets there to deliver the boom. Frierson takes that.
21 on the play. Started at the 26 where the Lancer first down.
Last year, Frierson, no rushing yards. Latif looking to set up the screen, but he just wisely throws that away. Getting pressure by a couple of Cavaliers. Robert James, 6'2", 230-pound sophomore. Transfer came over from Culver City. Coach Scott Altenberg really likes him. Scott told me that this defense, it's a very experienced defense. They looked really good in their scrimmage versus Servite. He said, we were a lot more physical than I thought. A lot of returners on defense. It's a good recipe with a good running game. Not exciting, but effective. Pressure comes, Latif looking to get out. Tried to get that into the hands of Caleb Marshall, but he was defended by Marcellus Ryan. The freshman Marcellus Ryan has been all over the field tonight for this Cavalier defense. That defensive line, pretty experienced. Williams, Tavai, Pittman, all seniors. Robert James, a sophomore. Story about Williams, our coach told me, he says, comes in as a freshman. He's 5'11", 180 pounds, very slow. My gosh, this kid, is he going to be a football player? Well, he's developed into one. 6'5", 250, multiple offers. Morin out in the backfield, nobody there on the wheel route. He takes the ball, he's down to the 10-yard line.
That's the play for Morin. Right out to 10. And good for another Lancer. First down.
Here comes the blitz. Look at Morin out in the flat. Nobody there. Great read by Latif. Finds his guy. Morin down to the 10-yard line. First and goal. The ball at the 10-yard line. Nice read by the young sophomore. It's a pitch out to Frierson, and he's getting dragged down by Pleasant. That may be a face mask. Don't think. Maybe he grabbed it, but nobody saw it. So, a gain of very little, if anything. So that is the end of the first quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, here's the only touchdown, the only scoring we had was Pleasant from 20 yards on a tipped ball. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown. Nice catch by Hernandez. It's a field position game right now between the Lancers and the Cavaliers. 7-0, Serra. We'll be back.
Remember as a kid, if you could dream it, you could do it? Well, you still can. Now during the Ford Summer Supercharged Sales Event. And with great offers on select Ford vehicles, you'll not only bring back the fun, you'll supercharge it. So when the sun goes down, you'll just be getting started.
Now, get the powerful 2022 Ford F-150 with 1.9% APR for 60 months, only at your Southern California Ford dealers.
Welcome back to Orange Coast College. We are at Dick Tucker Field inside of Labard Stadium. The Orange Lutheran Lancers trail the Serra Cavaliers 7-0, but Orange Lutheran is knocking on the door. Here's the interception. And it was tipped. I still can't get the number. By number 56, that may be Tavai. But either way, we got a flag. Latif hit hard, but into the end zone, but hold everything. We've got a penalty. We have a hold. So holding is a spot foul. So wherever the hold occurred, we're going 10 yards back from there. Let's take a look at the replay. Latif looking to throw. Nobody's open. He's getting chased. And then he cuts back, and then watch the hit. Just gets thrown into the end zone, but does not matter. That's called back. A hold. It'll be 2nd and 22 from the 22. So 2nd and goal from the 22. Blitz coming. That's Keohuloa. He backs off. Sosa, the other linebacker. Sosa is a beast. 138 tackles. Latif decides to take it. Finds a seam. Goes down before he gets hit. Tenu Sosa led this team in tackles last year with 138, 16 for loss. He had 8 in this game last year versus Olu. So it'll bring up 3rd and 18 and a half, let's call it. Latif still in at quarterback. 3 receivers to the right. Barrera in the backfield with him. Plenty of time, goes to the corner. Hernandez off his hand. Hernandez was defended by Cordell Montgomery.
Now we have 4th and goal from the 13 for the Lancers.
Man-to-man all the way across. See the middle guy doubled, just out of the reach of Hernandez. And we are going to get a field goal attempt, and it is going to be Dieter Kelly. Last year, Kelly, 5 of 11. His long was 40 yards. This one, from the 20-yard line, so add 10, it'll be a 30-yarder. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. The Lancers are on the board. That snap from Trent Middleton. The long snapper has an offer from UNLV and a chance to possibly walk on at UCLA.
Shout out to our own Orange Lutheran, Code Red, Student Section, Student Leaders, and Student Prep Band. Let's go, Lancers!
So we will get our first shot at Roderick Pleasant back there returning kicks. Roderick had an 82-yarder last year that he brought back to the house. He is dangerous. We will see if they kick to him or if they kick it away from him.
Vanguard EDU for more information.
So Kelly last year, 68 kickoffs, 50 touchbacks. On the year last year, Pleasant, the stats show 1 kickoff return, 82 yards for a touchdown. So those are pretty good odds, but I don't know how accurate the stats are. So let's see what happens here. Kelly puts his foot into it, and he squibs it. Picked up along the right side, and that'll be brought out to the 30-yard line. So the Cavaliers will have their best field position of the evening so far at their own 30-yard line. And we will see who comes out as the quarterback. Will it be Jason Mitchell, an athlete with a ridiculous amount of scholarship offers?
At their own 31.
From what I found, the Arizona schools, Boston College, BYU, Colorado State, Hawaii, LSU, Maryland, Notre Dame, Oregon, SC, Utah, Washington. It's going to be a point with this young man who doesn't offer him. And he is back out at quarterback, 6'4", 185 pound. He's a junior, though, so he's got a year. Pass out to Honda, just out of his reach. Scott Altenberg, I was talking with Scott and Eric Sonheimer before the game, and Scott said, hey, we've had 7 Division I quarterbacks in a row. A couple that come to mind, Jalen Green, Khalil Tate, Malik Murphy. So 2nd and 10 for the Cavaliers at their own about 31-yard line. There you see Sincere Rainey and Kai Honda. Just about 1,900 yards returned on the ground between those two. Bel Gonzalez in motion. And there's Mitchell with his feet. And he's going to be brought down. He's going absolutely nowhere. Nice job by Ben Alafayo, the sophomore, to string that out and not give Mitchell anything, nowhere to run. See, Rainey tries to get the block. He does. He pushes him. But you don't want to push him. You want to keep him engaged so then you have your hands on him. So in case Mitchell comes around, you can use your body to just keep driving him out of bounds. So this is not what Scott Altenberg wants. So now you bring Butler back in. A more efficient thrower, according to Coach Altenberg. 2 receivers out. Honda in motion. Out to Honda. Little fake, and he picks up about 5 or 6. So they're going to be about 4 yards short of the first down. So they will punt this away. Honda will punt it away.
4th and 4.
Last year, 35-yard average. He had 13 inside the 20. Kakazu with the long snapper. And that may be Hernandez or Frierson back to return, standing at his own 30. Honda gets a good tail dragon spiral. And that is Hernandez, and he's not going anywhere. In fact, he loses a couple of yards. That's number 20 for the Cavaliers, Redrick Dixon. So we will see if the Lancers stay with Latif. Nice high punt by Honda. That's a great job by chasing. That's a really nice job by Quante Hampton to get rid of his guy and chase Hernandez into his teammate Redrick Dixon for the tackle. All right, new quarterback in for the Lancers. And this is, I believe, number 12. Gazaniga, John Gazaniga, 6'7", 235, sophomore. Hands it off, decides to keep. Big fella's not going anywhere. And we've got a little bit of, shall we say, slight extracurricular activity. It's number 32, Daylon Reed, the freshman, saying, hey, I'm a freshman. You can't call a penalty on me. I didn't mean that. Gazaniga, also a basketball player. He got an offer as a tight end from Colorado. Well, here we go. Looks like Latif is back in. He's looking, nowhere to go. Steps aside, gets hauled down right around the 25-yard line. That's number 8. That is Sosa. Sosa all over the place. Last year, we mentioned it, 138 tackles, 16 for loss. So 3rd and 14 for the Lancers. The issue tonight was going to be this young offense for Orange Lutheran versus this very experienced defense for Serra. And right now, Serra seems to have the upper hand. Here comes the blitz. Screen. Going nowhere. Kale Huloa and a whole bunch of guys in blue helmets attack Frierson for very little gain, if any, at all. So Kelly will come in to punt. Now Serra is going to maybe start winning the field position battle here. Officials timeout, and they're telling Keo Huloa he's got to go off the field for something. And Noah's saying, well, I don't know why, and the official said, it doesn't matter, I told you to, so go. So he's got to go over and get something fixed. 4th and 16, Pleasant standing at his own at the 50. They're now backing up into his own territory. Kelly, 33-yard average on his punts last year. Middleton, the long snapper. Great snap. Low kick. Away from Pleasant. Takes it on the bounce. And beanbag, flag. We're going to get a face mask. So we mentioned how fast Roderick Pleasant is, and he is insanely fast. Won the state 100 meters. In the Masters meet, which is the meet before the state meet, he ran a 10-1-4. Here he is in lane 5. You better watch because it's going to be over quick. Just absolutely just destroys the competition. He went on later to win the 200 meters. Win legal 10-1-4 he ran in the Masters, and there he's wearing the S on his chest for Superman, and he certainly was that day. Then we'll talk about their 4x100 meter relay team as this game progresses. Butler, nobody there. Play action and Rainey.
Another pass falls incomplete, brings up second and 10 for Serra.
Their 4x100 meter, they won the Masters meet. They took second in the state. They ran a 41-1-4 at the Masters meet and 41-5 at the state meet. Cordell Montgomery, Dakota Fields, and Roderick Pleasant. 3 football players, all running track, all going to have offers and opportunities to play at the next level. So if anybody says you're a football player, don't run track, just look at Serra High School and how effective they are at having kids play 2 sports. And on the other side, 65% of the kids on this Orange Lutheran football team also play multiple sports. Coach Rod Sherman said to me, we want to be an and school, not an or school. We want our young men to be good students and good people, good students and good athletes. They did a team bonding thing this summer where they went up north. They had a couple of, co-practices with some teams, De La Salle being one of them, but they went on a river raft trip, which was just an absolute blast for anybody. If anybody's ever been river rafting, it's just a whole lot of fun. You're out there on the open water, somebody's got a GoPro, you're going down the rapids. Just a great time, a great bonding experience. There's somebody who needs some diving lessons. But Coach Sherman says, we want our kids to be great people and athletes, not great people or great athletes. That's what he means by being an and school. Jimmy Butler in at quarterback. Honda with the ball, goes nowhere. You see Coach Altenberg is a little bit beside himself. Scott in his 23rd year, four CIF championships, 3 state championships. Does a fantastic job.
46.
Great penetration by Orange Lutheran. That's how you stop a running game, is get great penetration, put this team in 3rd and long, and that's where they are right now, 3rd and 14. Back judge counting. It's going to be a delay game. Jimmy Butler will learn, even though he's a sophomore, you've got to look at the back judge. When his hand starts moving, he's counting down from 5. You got to get that play off or call a timeout. You've got 2 timeouts left. 6:15 left here in the first half.
Serra brings the ball back to the 41-yard line. And Serra calls her second timeout at 6:16 remaining in the half.
So that's a timeout.
Our students to our Olu program student section tonight. And thank you to our Ignite mentors for hosting them for their first game as a Lancer.
So last year, Serra in the playoffs, they beat Chaminade, league rival Chaminade. We'll talk about that league in a minute. Then they beat Foothill of Santa Ana. They go to overtime to beat Etiwanda, and then they beat Apple Valley in the championship game. Then they have a rematch with Long Beach Poly in the regional game, and they beat Poly early in the year. They beat them 21-17 in that. Then they go on to beat Liberty of Bakersfield. We mentioned they played Chaminade in the playoffs. A newcomer to the Mission League, Sierra Canyon, is now in the league. As there's a pass out to Honda, and he gets out to the 50, to the 40. He gets down to the 30, pushed out of bounds, 25-yard line. Best offensive play of the night for both teams. Get Honda out into the open space, and Honda's another one of those guys that can run. He's also on the track team.
Pass complete to Honda.
There it is, just a little out route, and you see the speed that he has. He's got great hands coming out of the backfield. Was fourth in the league last year in rushing yards. Had 821, averaged 7 a carry. But he caught 29 balls for just over 300 yards and a couple touchdowns. So Serra, with just over 6 minutes left, first down at the 23-yard line of the Lancers. Honda in motion, going absolutely nowhere. Mason Johnson says, good evening. The 6'3", 225-pound junior, 8 tackles for loss last year. Picks up his second of the evening tonight. Sideline warning on somebody. So it's a loss of 5, so that brings up 2nd and 15. We haven't called Gabe Morin's number a lot tonight. 5'9", 230-pound senior. 140 tackles last year, 11 for loss. He had 8 games last year where he had 10 or more tackles. Butler's got to look at the back judge. He's counting, barely gets it off. Dumps it off to Rainey, who just gets hammered right away for a very, very short game. And he is brought down by number 18. That is Tusitala Ili, one of 2 brothers. Tusitala, a 6'1", 235-pound junior. Serra going quick here, 3rd and about 13. Butler rolls. Rainey's there to block. Lateral. Rainey. Open field, gets about 4. So let's see what Scott Altenberg does. Honda's longest field goal last year was 37 yards. So you are about the 23-yard line. So it would be about a 40-yarder here for him. And Coach Altenberg deciding, you know what? Let's go for it, 4th and 10. Johnson comes back into the game for the Lancers, anticipating pass. So 1 back. Four-man rush. Out into the flat, and that is dropped by Bel Gonzalez. He had it, but he would have been pushed out of bounds, and it was not enough for the first down. So Orange Lutheran would have taken over anyway on downs. So right now, instead of about 8 yards down the field, the Lancers will take over at the 23-yard line. Coach Sherman was telling me about the community that they have within this program. He says we have over 8 guys that drive 40 miles one way to come to Orange Lutheran. Latif over the middle. That's Pleasant on the coverage. And Hernandez, people saying maybe he got there a bit early. And maybe we'll take a look at it and see if Roderick got his hand in a little bit early. Young man's got like 30 offers. It's going to be coming across the screen. I don't think that's enough for a flag. Not that I'm rooting for anybody, I'm just saying. There you see the big guys up front, that left side, Rodriguez and Hale, 315 and 280. Keohuloa gets in there, gets his hand on the ball, and says nope, and he beats Sam Uchu, the freshman. I believe it was Uchu, the right tackle, who has a very high ceiling, according to this coaching staff. It was not Uchu. That's the right. Uchu's the right guard. So right tackle is different. Maybe there's been a change in the offensive line. Here comes the pressure again. Latif gets rid of it, and that is going to be short to Caleb Marshall. Got an update from the greatest rivalry in the San Fernando Valley. The Notre Dame Knights are up on the Crespi Celts, my alma mater, 21-0. That's kind of off of Kelly's foot, so they will have great field position.
Goes out of bounds at the 45. It'll be first and 10, Serra at the Orange Lutheran 45.
So Serra, only one timeout left, but we all know clock stops on a first down when you get out of bounds. And they are at the Lancer 45-yard line. So it'll be Mitchell again at quarterback. Talked to Coach Altenberg about the new league with Sierra Canyon coming in. And there's Mitchell. See how athletic he is. Decides to roll out and throw it, and that ball is short. He said it's great that we have a fantastic team on the schedule. Said maybe we'll develop a new rivalry. They already have one with Chaminade. So 2nd and 10 for the Cavaliers at the 45-yard line of the Lancers. Honda to the outside. Cuts back inside, picks up about 6. Will bring up 3rd and 4.
6 on the play, Honda on the carry. Brings up 3rd and 4 for Serra.
Rainey up the middle, big yardage, down to the 25. There you see the pull. Great job. That's big old number 50. That is Iacopo Tovio, 6'2", 325. He's a sophomore. Honda loses the ball. Orange Lutheran with the recovery. Mason Johnson.
Recovery by Mason Johnson. Here's Orange Lutheran, 1st and 10.
The fumble was caused by getting his head in there. That's Ben Alafayo. So Orange Lutheran, 3 timeouts left. Struggled moving the ball. TJ Lateef has gone probably 9% of the time. Gazanaga had a series. Little quick pass out there to Marshall. And Marshall gets out to about the 35-yard line. So that'll be a first down for the Lancers.
That's complete to Marshall. He had 10 on the play. Orange Lutheran, first down.
Gain of 10. That's a nice block out there on number 5 just to keep him off of everything on Dakota Fields. Here comes the blitz. And that ball is thrown, and really good coverage. I think that's Dakota Fields, number 5. He's got offers from a lot of people. He was second in the Division IV finals of the long jump. He jumped 21 feet 4 inches. Last year, 4 tackles versus Orange Lutheran. He's got offers from a whole bunch of teams. Take a while to go through that list, but he's only a junior. Lateef over the middle. Ball is dropped. Incomplete. The ball was thrown into the hands of Jackson Wang. Had 9 catches last year. According to Coach Rod Sherman, he and Marshall have been nothing short of tremendous this year. They've really developed physically. Only 35 passing yards returned, and that was from Lateef. Because Logan Gonzalez, last year for this team, Logan Gonzalez had just under 4,000 yards passing, 47 touchdowns to only 7 interceptions. Blitz coming over the middle, just out of the reach of Hernandez. Pleasant on the coverage. And Kelly will come back in to punt. So field position battle here again. Pleasant will be back to receive, and if he can get his hands on one and get some good blocking, all he needs is a small little seam, and he could be off to the races. And if he is, don't blink because you'll miss it. Good kick by Kelly. Drives Pleasant way back. That thing may roll into the end zone. You better get away from it. If Pleasant would have touched that, Orange Lutheran had 2 guys there. I understand what Roderick was trying to do to shield them to let that ball go into the end zone, but we all know footballs take crazy bounces, and it could have touched him, and that could have spelled disaster for the Cavaliers. Instead, we've got Serra first and 10 from their own 20. Great punt by Kelly. "65-yard punt, net 45. So Butler back in at quarterback. Draw. Rainey. Scott Altenberg saying, let's go, let's go, let's go. We don't have a lot of time. They only have 1 timeout. And Orange Lutheran takes a timeout.
1:53 remaining in the first half.
We're going to step away. Minute 50 left here in the half. Cavaliers up 7-3.
It's the Ford Summer Supercharged Sales Event, and with great offers on select Ford vehicles, you'll not only bring back the fun, you'll supercharge it.
Right now, get 2.9% APR for 60 months on the family-friendly 2022 Ford Explorer.
LaBarge Stadium, Dick Tucker Field, Orange Coast College. Week 0 of this football season. Promise to bring you what we think are some of the best matchups in the southern section. A lot of fantastic talent. And the teams that we're going to bring you Next week, I will be at Santa Margarita for the Eagles against Norco. Norco from the Inland Empire. Butler out into the flat to Bel Gonzalez. Ball was short, but Bel Gonzalez caught it. 6 catches, 72 yards last year.
Let's go, T. Get us ball. Let's go, T.
Rainey gets the first down. Clock will stop. Change will set. Not a lot of offense. Only 3 offensive points scored in this first half.
Advances the ball to the 32, good for first down.
Butler finds Honda open over the middle, and he gets out past the 45. Nice job by Butler to find Honda just kind of sitting in the middle of the field there. Kind of got lost in coverage. Watch Honda out of the backfield, little circle route. Linebacker goes to the quarterback. Quarterback finds a running back, and here's Butler out into the open field.
And 4 in the play, Butler and the keeper. It'll be 2nd and 6 for Serra at the Orange Lutheran 48. And 1 minute left in the first half.
So 52 seconds left. Butler got out of bounds smartly. We have not seen Roderick Pleasant on offense. Quick update, Rancho Cucamonga up on Servite 21-0. Butler out into the flat again. There's a flag. Maybe we're going to get a hold.
Pass ball's incomplete.
And that may, I'm not going to speculate, but we will see what our official. Illegal procedure. That's Jason Boykin. So 3rd and about 6 for the Cavaliers. Under a minute to go. Butler, the quarterback, the sophomore. We have a timeout, Serra. That is their 3rd and final timeout of the half. We're going to step away. 7-3 Cavaliers, 51 seconds left in the half.
Remember as a kid, if you could dream it, you could do it? Well, you still can. Now during the Ford Summer Supercharged Sales Event. And with great offers on select Ford vehicles, you'll not only bring back the fun, you'll supercharge it. So when the sun goes down, you'll just be getting started.
Now, get the powerful 2022 Ford F-150 with 1.9% APR for 60 months, only at your Southern California Ford dealers.
We are back. Just under a minute to go. 3rd and about 6 for the Cavaliers from just inside Orange Lutheran territory.
Six for Serra.
Jimmy Butler in at quarterback. Honda in motion. Butler looking. Got some room. Going to get hit. No, that's going to be intentional grounding. Unless they say there was a player in the vicinity, Tyler Law, so that'll be fourth down.
It's like an incomplete pass on the fourth down, 4th and 6 at the Lancer 48.
So you see Law right there, number 18, and he does what he's supposed to do. His quarterback scrambles, and he goes to where he's going to be, or where he thinks he can get open. So Honda will punt it away. Kikazu, the long snapper. Straight up in the air. And that'll go out of bounds just shy of the 30-yard line. So 36 seconds left, and we will see if Orange Lutheran decides to just take a knee or maybe take a shot.
Not going out of bounds. It'll be 1st and 10. Orange Lutheran at their own 35.
So the ball at the 35-yard line. Latif, blitz coming, screen, room, knocked out of bounds. Nice play, nice setup. That's Barrera, and he was brought down by number 7, Jason Mitchell, the quarterback. Here it is, it's set up beautifully. Got a big guy out in front of you, and then you let Barrera do everything, and there's Mitchell making an impact on defense. He is being recruited as an athlete. And we have a whistle. And we have an injury. All right, here we go. 27 seconds left. 1st and 10 at the Serra 40. Latif. 3 receivers to the right. Hernandez in motion. Wheel route. Frierson gets away from a guy. Gets downfield to the 25-yard line. Clock is running.
That's the play to Frierson. Look for another Orange Lutheran.
So the clock stops. Now it runs. Latif back, looks. Nobody open. Great coverage by Serra. And he was pressured by number 29 for the Cavaliers. That's Robert James, a sophomore. So 10 seconds left. Dieter Kelly's longest field goal last year, 40 yards. So you got to get down to the 23 for it to be a 40-yarder. They're at the 30. They have 2 timeouts left. Blitz coming. Picked up well. Ball thrown out. Incomplete. Tried to get that into the hands of Caleb Marshall, leading receiver that returns this year. So 5 seconds left. I think we're going to try it.
Let's go, Miller, the killer!
So Dieter Kelly from the 32-yard line. This will be a 42-yarder. Just a little bit longer than his longest last year. So, Middleton, the long snapper. The holder, Miller Hitzke. It's a fake, and Hitzke is going to get hit. And there's no time left on the clock, so that will end the first half. The Serra Cavaliers have a 7-3 lead. Only 3 offensive points scored in this half.
Serra 7, 1, 2, 3.
This play was called back for a hold. Here's the only offensive points of the game. So we will see what kind of adjustments these teams make at halftime. Serra wants to run the ball. Will they be able to run the ball? That defense has been playing very well. There's probably the best offensive play of the night, Kai Honda on the wheel route. But will either team be able to move the ball against these very stout defenses? We'll see. We'll be back.
It's the Ford Summer Supercharged Sales Event, and with great offers on select Ford vehicles, you'll not only bring back the fun, you'll supercharge it.
Now get the powerful 2022 F-150 with 1.9% APR for 60 months, only at your Southern California Ford dealers.
And now taking the field for the first time this year. Let's welcome our varsity sideline cheerleaders. The Lutheran cheerleader program is comprised of both cheerleaders and song leaders together to provide a more dynamic and spirited environment. Servant leaders represent ambassadors, ASC, creative worship, diffusion, engage, ignite, instrumental music leadership, missions, and rooting. Leaders, if you participate with the Orange Lutheran athletics team, please step forward. If you participate with any performing arts group on campus, please step forward. Athletes step forward. Performing arts step forward. If you are committed to excellence in the classroom, please step forward. Let's give our student leaders a round of applause and appreciation for their commitment to serve. you're the winner of tonight's gift basket. Annie Middleton, you're the winner of tonight's gift basket. If you could, make your way up to the press box to pick up your winnings. Annie Middleton. We'd like to thank RBO Accident Reconstruction of Iowa County for sponsoring all new athletics. Qualified in both accident reconstruction and forensic biomechanical repairs. RBO looks forward to providing you with personal, cost-effective, and professional consulting and expert witness services. For more information, visit rbo.expert.
as a kid, if you could dream it, you could do it? Well, you still can. Now during the Ford Summer Supercharged Sales Event. And with great offers on select Ford vehicles, you'll not only bring back the fun, you'll supercharge it. So when the sun goes down, you'll just be getting started.
Now, get the powerful 2022 Ford F-150 with 1.9% APR for 60 months, only at your Southern California Ford dealers.
And then that was basically it, except for a field goal by Kelly, a 30-yarder, and that's all the scoring we have. Only 3 offensive points, and you can point to, is it offenses struggling or is it defenses playing well? I think it's a combination of both. We've seen some really, really good defensive plays. Mason Johnson has had a couple of plays, and for Serra, they've had some freshmen, step up. Marcellus Ryan has made a couple of nice plays. Struggling at quarterback a little bit, so it will be interesting to see if we see Jason Mitchell or Jimmy Butler. We saw Mitchell at the end of the first half on defense a little bit. Dieter Kelly will kick off. Roderick Pleasant will be deep. Last year, Kelly, 60 kickoffs, 50 touchbacks.
Trio Cavaliers back to receive for Serra.
There you see Dieter. So, and we will see what adjustments Coach Scott Altenberg and this staff have made to get this offense rolling for the Cavaliers. And here we go. Kelly decides to put his foot into it, and that's the reason why you kick it away from Pleasant by not letting him return it. So we will see who the quarterback is. Will it be Mitchell the junior or Butler the sophomore? It looks like Mitchell is standing over by one of the coaches. So we shall see. This Olu defense played really well in that first half. Mason Johnson had a couple of big plays. And it will be Mitchell at quarterback. Rainey in the backfield with him. So we'll see what the Cavaliers try to do to get some offense going in this game. They want to be a run-heavy team. They need to be. They return over 1,900 yards of offense on the ground. And here we go with Rainey, and he's up the middle, and he's out into the open. He's to the 50. Cuts back and brought down at the 33-yard line by number 4, Keon Washington. Rainey with a huge burst up the middle. See the guys up front, the double team, and there goes Sincere. In all sincerity, the big fella's off to the races, and he is brought down by Keon Washington at the 33-yard line of Orange Lutheran. 47 yards on the carry. And a good running game opens up a good passing game. Honda cuts back, picks up 4. This is what Scott Altenberg wants. If this team can get 4 yards a carry, then they get into that 3rd and short, which he absolutely loves. Because they're not there yet with the passing game. The one thing we have not seen is Roderick Pleasant on offense. Pleasant, one of those guys that can just absolutely stretch the field for you, which you have to respect his speed and pass catching ability, and that would open up the run game. So you've got 7 guys on the offensive line, 1 back, 1 receiver to each side. Mitchell decides to keep, and he will get about maybe 1. Great job staying home on the backside by that Orange Lutheran defense. Number 24 for the Lancers, that's JoJo Edwards. Edwards, a sophomore, 64 tackles last year. 6 for loss, had 4 against this Cavalier team last year. You see big standing over the ball, Auma Jennings, a 5'11", 280-pound freshman. And we're going to have a timeout, Serra. Scott Altenmeyer, you know what? You want to get everybody on the right page. You want to make sure you have the right personnel and the play call. You're knocking on the door here. You've run the ball well to open the second half. So maybe you want to take that timeout and get everything straight.
Switch Sports Medicine is proud supporter of Elite Athletics. At Fast Switch Sports Medicine, our team of athletic trainers, chiropractors, and physical therapists will ensure that you recover efficiently and rehab injuries properly.
We think we've got a pretty good schedule of games coming up in the next few weeks for you. Next week, this Serra team will be at Long Beach Poly. I'll be Norco at Santa Margarita. Then we have Bishop Amat at La Habra. Then a big one, Mater Dei at Centennial. I will be at Long Beach Poly at Mission Viejo. Rancho Cucamonga at Norco. As Mitchell hands off to Rainey, who gets just a couple, is going to bring up 4th and about 4. Then on September 9th, Servite Los Alamitos, Warren at Serra. San Clemente Corona Del Mar, as we take a look at Rainey that's a great play by number 28 as Rainey gets into the open field again, and he's at the 5. Touchdown, Sincere Rainey, 27 yards.
27-yard carry by Rainey. Good for a Serra touchdown.
Great blocking up front. That is a beautiful job by Tiari Hill. The 280-pound senior throws the key block. Rainey cuts off his backside, finds the opening, into the end zone for the touchdown. So the first offensive touchdown of the evening as Honda's in for the extra point. And he drills it as the Cavaliers. Oh, no, he missed. Well, he drilled it, but he drilled it wide. So much for my vision. Let's take a look at the touchdown again. Watch Tiari Hill, number 52.
10th Degree Marketing is a proud sponsor of Orange Lutheran football. Business owners are looking to outshine their competition. Give 10th Degree
That wasn't a touchdown. We'll find it and show it to you.
Transform your online presence. 10th Degree creates advantages. Google Ads, Facebook.
So Serra, 13-3. They did it all on the ground. That big offensive line, they averaged 6'2", 300, a sophomore, a junior, and 3 seniors. Honda will put his foot into it. Frierson. one of the deep men, and I believe that's number 13, Ben Alafayo. And that'll be Alafayo at the 6. He had a seam, but he was tripped up, I believe, by number 23, Jimmy Brown.
On the return, bring the ball up to the 26-yard line.
So, let's see what Orange Lutheran does here. First of all, who will be the quarterback? And it will be TJ Lateef, the sophomore. He can make all the throws. He's got poise and athleticism to buy time and get 3 to 4 first downs a game with his feet, according to Coach Rod Sherman, who was at Orange Lutheran before when they were in the Pac-5. Ball's on the ground, and that is recovered by Frederick Williams. So Serra punches the ball out. Big turnover. Williams, the senior, 6'5", 250 pounds. Watch him come in and just knock the ball out of Barrera's hands, and with that big paw, just scoop it and bring it into his body. Serra ball at the 22-yard line. Just talking about Coach Rod Sherman, he was coaching, played hoops at Olu, came back to help coach. Jim Kunow said, I think you could be a good coach. He said, I've never coached football before. Well, if you invest the time, you can be a good coach. Did very well in Colorado, 57-11, 3 state championships, and he's here guiding a team in the toughest league in the country, the Trinity League. So Mitchell back in at quarterback. Honda tries to get to the outside, breaks a tackle, but there's 3 other guys in red jerseys there. And Honda is hurt.
On the play will bring up 2nd and 12 for Serra at the Orange Lutheran 24.
Honda to the wide side, and it may be a cramp because they're pushing his toes back. It's been very hot in Southern California, so it's important to be hydrated. Get those electrolytes, eat the bananas. Get that potassium in your body. But it's a very cool night here at Orange Coast College. Probably 65 degrees. As Serra is driving, it'll be 2nd and about 11. So we're going to step away for a break. Serra up 13-3.
It's the Ford Summer Supercharged Sales Event, and with great offers on select Ford vehicles, you'll not only bring back the fun, you'll supercharge it.
Now get the powerful 2022 F-150 with 1.9% APR for 60 months, only at your Southern California Ford dealers.
And we are back. Quick little commercial there. We've talked about the speed on this Serra football team. They got a lot of track guys. We've talked about Roderick Pleasant. Cordell Montgomery ran in 11:11 100 meters this year. Honda 11.42. Dakota Fields ran in 11.45. Keo Hualoa 11.75. Rainey 12.09. Those are all guys that run the 100. In the 200, Pleasant, Fields ran a 22.10. Montgomery 22.34. Fields 22.48. Keo Hualoa 23.93 as Honda gets up. Rainey ran the 200. The 400, Dakota Fields 52.76. Montgomery runs it also. And let's not forget that Dakota Fields is also a pretty good long jumper. And the 4x100 relay, which Fields, Montgomery, Pleasant, they all run. So this team has a lot of speed. When you only have less than 200 boys in the school, they've got to play two sports. And Coach Scott Altenberg very much in favor of that, as is Coach Rod Sherman. Talked to him, and Coach Sherman, he said, 5 things I needed to do this year. Had to transition to a more player-led culture. Let the players lead the culture. Last season, they started practice in July. This year, they had a full off-season. They needed to attack that with athletic development, weight room, nutrition, strength coach. Bubba Reynolds is the new strength coach here. As Mitchell takes it, and he's off to the races. He's being chased, and there's going to be a hold right there.
Mitchell, the ball carrier.
That's where Mitchell's strength is. It's with his feet. So we're going to get a hold. It's a spot foul.
Holding called against Serra.
So it'll be, instead of 2nd and 11, it'll be 2nd and 15. So it's a 10-yard penalty, but basically a 4-yard loss. And that'll bring up 2nd and 12. No, 2nd and 14. Or about 15. One receiver up to the top. That's Zach Williams. Bel Gonzalez down to the bottom of the screen. And Mitchell will keep it himself. He's out into the open field. It's going to be close to the first down. The spot is the first down. This is where this young man can be of great benefit to this offense. You've got Honda that returned with 821 yards and Rainey over 1,000. So you've got to respect those two. That's a great block by Bishop Madu Kaif, which allowed Mitchell to get that first down. So this is the bread and butter for the Serra Cavaliers. It's going to be running the football. Madu Kaif, a 6', 320-pound senior. Funny story about Scott Altenberg. We were talking a couple of years ago. His grandmother is a woman named Lucille Lund. Why does that matter? Well, if you're a fan of slapstick comedy, like I am, she was in a couple of Three Stooges shorts way, way back in the day. She was in a movie with Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi, the only one they were in together. But as a fan of the Three Stooges, to know that your grandmother kind of hung out with Moe, Larry, and Curly, for me, and probably a lot of other middle-aged men out there, that's just some classic stuff. So Rainey in the backfield with Mitchell. 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Rainey with the ball up the middle and into the end zone. Sincere Rainey from 12 yards out.
1-yard gain, touchdown, Serra.
It's the middle. That's a great block. You pull the right guard. He takes care of Morin. I believe that was, maybe that was Madu Kaif. New kicker into the game, so it's not Honda. This is Sire Gilmore. And he puts that one through. Gilmore, a freshman.
Serra 20, Orange Lutheran at 3, with 7:45 remaining in the quarter.
So we will see if Kai Honda returns. So Rainey getting it done. Unofficially, Rainey, 10 or 11 carries, right around 115 yards. Last year in this game, 7 for 92. He averaged 13 a carry. One of 2 running backs in the Mission League last year with over 1,000 yards. Floyd Chalk, the other one from Alemany. As Gilmore will kick it off, the young freshman. Well, all freshmen are young. And that will be a short kick. Hernandez bobbles it, and he just falls on it. And Orange Lutheran will have the ball about their own 23-yard line. Oh, no, that's Frierson, not Hernandez. My apologies.
First and down ball at the 24. It'll be first and 10, Orange Lutheran at their own 24.
So, will it be Latif? Will it be Gazaniga? And it will be Latif. Talked to Aaron Corp before the game. He said we've got no script for this. We are going to feel it out and see how it goes. So they are staying with the sophomore Latif. Blitz coming. Hammered. Caught. Just short of the first down. That's going to be Caleb Marshall. Last year, Marshall, 32 catches, 419 yards, 3 touchdowns, the leading receiver back. But watch the hit that Latif takes, stands in, and takes the punishment. So second and short. When you bring the middle is open. And that's what Serra did, and Latif found it. Blitz again. That's Sosa. 138 tackles last year, and he's racked up a couple tonight. So that is enough for a first down. So Orange Lutheran with the first down.
Slotted at the 35.
Still a lot of time left, but they need to put something together quickly. And for Rod Sherman and his coaching staff, Chris Ward, the offensive line coach, played at Mater Dei, played at UCLA. Had a nice conversation with him before the game. Ball out to Barrera. Nobody there. Barrera's at the 50. Going to get pushed out of bounds. No, he's not going to get pushed out of bounds. He gets pushed, but he keeps going. Barrera on the wheel route. Nobody there for the Cavaliers. Latif does a nice job finding him. Watch Barrera out of the backfield. Nobody's around him. Well, this guy may have got caught up in the middle, and there you've got to wrap up. You cannot take a guy like Barrera, 6'2", 220, and not wrap him up. Okay, quarterback change. Gazaniga now in. And they use him as a power runner sometimes. So you've got 5 receivers. You've obviously got 5 offensive linemen. See how many guys are in the box. See if they outnumber, if Orange Lutheran outnumbers. They'll use Gazaniga to run the football. So there's definitely numbers for Olu in the box. Latif goes in motion. Gazaniga, pass, double pass. Back to Gazaniga, and he gets hit, but that's down to the 20, so that's a first down for the Lancers. Little bit of, let's call it, trickeration. And you know Gazaniga's got good hands. He's a basketball player. So maybe we're getting a little bit of excitement here. There it goes, out to Latif. Got to be aware of Gazaniga, and there he is. He's 6'7". Keohuloa then takes the hit, brings him down. So Latif back in. Frierson out in the flat. He gets it. He's at the 5. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Lancers. Well, flag on the play. We're going to have a hold. Let's take a look at it. Oh, there's the whole left tackle, yep. But a nice play, and what you got to do is, if you are Quante Hampton, is you can't just hit a guy. You have to wrap up. If you hit a guy from behind like you're blocking him, all you're doing is giving him forward momentum, pushing him forward. You have to wrap guys up. So that backs them way, way up. So now we're first in about half of the 405. Blitz coming over the middle. Caught. All right, you pick up about 12 of it to Marshall. Brings up second and almost manageable. Second and about 15. So now maybe you try and get a little more than half of that back to make your third down play manageable. The Barrera on the wheel route has worked very well. You run the slot guys inside, and you kind of, not on purpose, but you pick Barrera's guy. If they're in man, it's going to be a linebacker. There's Barrera on the screen. He catches it. And he gets down to about the 20, so picks up about another 5. Keohuloa on the tackle. Barrera last year, no catches on the season. Been used out of the backfield a lot tonight. Oh, he had 1 catch for 6 yards. My apologies. And he had 1 rush for 6 yards. The model of consistency. No flag. Tried to get that ball into Jackson Wang, but he was covered by Dakota Fields. So that'll bring up 4th and 11. So we'll have a field goal attempt. Kelly will come in and try and put the Lancers to within 2 touchdowns. And this will be from the better hurry up or you're going to need to burn a timeout. So this will be from the 25.5-yard line. So call it a 35-yard field goal. Well within his range. Good snap. Well within his range. And it is good. So Kelly from 33.
4:08 remaining in the quarter. Serra 20, Orange Lutheran 6.
As we get a little Neil Diamond here. Didn't know we were at a Red Sox game. Out of the end zone, so it will be Serra ball at the 20-yard line. Got a good one going up in Valencia. Dean Harrington and St. Francis, 34-33 over Chris Varner and the West Ranch Wildcats.
An affordable solution for thousands of retail stores, mobile repair, lube accounts, fleets with 40-plus trucks, and intermodal facilities. Learn more at SuperiorTruck.com.
Hey, we got a big series now. Let's go, let's go.
So Mitchell back in at quarterback. And he throws that one out. Honda back. Good to see Kai Honda back. And we've got a flag.
Honda on the carry. Flag on the play. Holding called against Serra.
So spot foul. So we will see where the penalty. We have an injured Cavalier.
Bring the ball back to the 15. We're going to be first and 15 for the Cavaliers.
So as they tend to the injured player, we're going to step away for about 15 seconds.
It's the Ford Summer Supercharged Sales Event, and with great offers on select Ford vehicles, you'll not only bring back the fun, you'll supercharge it.
Right now, get 2.9% APR for 60 months on the family-friendly 2022 Ford Explorer.
Quick little update. Alemany against Lone Peak, Utah. Alemany, we'll call it the short end of a 42-0 beating so far. Notre Dame taking care of Crespi 38-7. All right, here we go. Mitchell at quarterback. He's been it in the second half for the Cavaliers. They're just sticking with that run game, and that's Kai Honda. Good to see Honda back.
Under the ball carrier, gain 2 on the play. Second and 13 at their own 17-yard line.
And we may have another cramping situation. That's Wallace Philemon from the Lancers. And you see, when a trainer pushes those toes back, that's stretching the calf muscle. And both trainers are like, yeah, I don't know. We tell these kids to drink water. Tell them to hydrate. So he's up, back down, up again. I see him walking gingerly. Some things that work, it may be a little bit, I don't know, not tasty, but mustard packets, pickle juice, a banana, anything to get that potassium in the legs, into the muscles. My producer Brian Shee said Slurpees only if it's the old school cherry Coke and it's mixed. Nope, it's Butler in. Want to give a shout out to the guys in the truck. Brian Sheehy, he's the man in charge. Scotty Raish on camera. Matt, Big Matt on camera. Jordan on graphics. Chris on replay. James helping us out down on the field is the utility guy tonight. Guys, thanks so much. Got a long season ahead of us. We're going to be seeing a lot of each other. Let's make it a fun year. I don't know how high school football can't be fun. It's so much fun for us to be out here every week. Until the end of November, we will be here bringing you the best from the CIF Southern section on Bally. Honda, trying to bounce outside, says, nope, I'm just going to fall down and take the huge loss. Great defensive pursuit by the Lancers. There you see number 41 again, Mason Johnson. So 4th and 17 as Honda will punt it away. And now we see that Orange Lutheran is winning the field position battle. See who that is. That's either 2 or 7 back to return the punt. It's either going to be Frierson or Hernandez, so it's Conrad Hernandez. Honda gets rid of it, but it's going to be short. Bounces, takes a Serra bounce, and then just rolls a little bit, so it will be Orange Lutheran ball right around the 45.5-yard line with 1:36 left to go in the third quarter. See if Latif comes back in at quarterback. And it will be Latif. Gone the whole way, except for a couple of plays. We have an injury down around the 5-yard line, all the way down to our right. Don't know the number. I tell you what, though, I know that Eric Sondheimer and I are both happy because both teams have jerseys and numbers that you can see. And that will be a rule, I believe, in 2024, that jerseys have to have, like, really visible numbers. No more navy blue numbers on black jerseys. Not that there's anything wrong with that, it's just difficult to see. There you see some of the Lancer faithful and the pep band out here trying to get this crowd fired up as they tend to an injured player. All right, we're going to be back at right after this.
Remember as a kid, if you could dream it, you could do it? Well, you still can. Now during the Ford Summer Supercharged Sales Event. And with great offers on select Ford vehicles, you'll not only bring back the fun, you'll supercharge it. So when the sun goes down, you'll just be getting started.
Now, get the powerful 2022 Ford F-150 with 1.9% APR for 60 months, only at your Southern California Ford dealers.
We are back, still tending to the injured player. Don't have a number because he is surrounded right now, being tended to by the training staff from Serra High School. Serra located in Gardena, California. That is number... I still can't tell. My vision is just terrible right now. maybe 43. That's Keohuloa. Noah Keohuloa, 5'11", 185-pounder. Young man is a junior. 77 tackles last year, 16 for loss. He had 6 tackles in this game last year versus Orange Lutheran. And he is walking off the field backwards. That will be a big loss for this defense because he's been all over the field tonight making plays. This is a very experienced defense. You look at that defensive line, Williams, Tavai, Pittman, all seniors. Montgomery, a senior. Very good junior class with Keohuloa, Sosa, and Mitchell. Pleasant, the senior. Hampton and Fields are juniors. So their front 4, 3 seniors. Their back 7, you've got a whole bunch of juniors. And then a couple of sophomores, except for Pleasant and Montgomery. So here we go. 1st and 10, blitz coming. Latif over the middle. Got his guy, missed tackle. Once again, Caleb Marshall. You have to wrap up. And Marshall coming off. So it's a Lancer first down. Three receivers to the top. The lone receiver down here to the bottom is Ben Alafio. And he's covered one-on-one by Fields. Blitz coming from up top. That's a great play by Pleasant to knock that out of the hands of Hernandez. But Latif was being chased by big old Frederick Williams. And a good shot at TJ, the sophomore, last year. Not a lot of experience. 1 for 2 for 35 yards. Barrera on the cutback goes nowhere. Nice job by that defense. That's Williams, and that is also Sosa. This team is going to be very difficult to run against because of their speed. And the newcomer in the league is Sierra Canyon. So you got Sierra Canyon. You've got this Serra team. You've got Chaminade, a very good team. You've got Bishop Amat. You've got Alemany, who was in the CIF championship last year. Hernandez in motion. Latif over the middle again. That play's been great. Off into the open field is Marshall, and he gets down to about the 7-yard line. So Marshall has been the guy tonight. Gain of 24 for Marshall. There you see, he just gets away from his guy. That is number 6. That is Quante Hampton. So the Orange Lutheran Lancers knocking on the door. Barrera out into the flat. He catches it. He is into the end zone for the touchdown. Rex Barrera. Barrera has been in the flat alone several times tonight. He and Latif have hooked up each of those times, and there it hits pay dirt. TJ Latif with his first career touchdown pass to the senior Rex Barrera.
Third quarter, Serra 20.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the end of the third quarter, and we've got ourselves a ball game. Very exciting third quarter. A lot of points scored. Sincere Rainey off to the races. He had a couple of touchdowns for the Cavaliers. That was the first one, and here's the second one. And Latif to Barrera closes out the scoring. There's the field goal by Kelly. But Barrera, with the first touchdown of the season for the Lancers, brings them within 7. The Cavaliers up 20-13 at the end of 3. We'll be back.
It's the Ford Summer Supercharged Sales Event, and with great offers on select Ford vehicles, you'll not only bring back the fun, you'll supercharge it.
Now get the powerful 2022 F-150 with 1.9% APR for 60 months, only at your Southern California Ford dealers.
10 points scored only in the first half. The only offensive points were a field goal. But an explosion here in the third quarter as that ball is pooched into open space, and it may get recovered by the Lancers. That is picked up by number 4. That is Keon Washington. You've got to know that ball is live the minute it goes past 10 yards. Serra maybe kind of a mental lapse right there as that ball was dropped into the open space, and Washington does a great job getting there. Look at that, nobody's there. Somebody's got to come up and get it. And somebody does, bounces off him, and Washington picks it up as the Lancers are now knocking on the door at the 26-yard line of the Cavaliers. All right, so this Orange Lutheran offense comes back onto the field with some momentum. Their best couple of plays have been to Marshall in sit-down routes over the middle and Barrera out into the flat. And there's a crossing route. Jackson Wang, I believe that may be his first catch of the evening. On the crosser, Wang wide open. And he is being defended by, that's the freshman. That's Marcellus Ryan. And if I can get a senior on a freshman, I'm taking that all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. Latif over the middle again, and almost caught. That ball had a vapor trail behind it. It was tipped and almost caught in the end zone by Tyler Bird. It was tipped twice. That would have been something I've never seen before. So third and short. Third and about 2. It's a long 2. So Frierson in the backfield. It's Wang down here to the left. Marshall up top. And the tight end, A.J. Ia. It's Ia. He gets it. And will he get enough for the first down? This is going to be... Yes, he did. He got beyond the 15. So they bring him in motion and slip him out underneath. Latif does a nice job finding him. See how he just sneaks out? And it's 6'5", 225. Easy target for the sophomore Latif. Ia, also a sophomore. We said it earlier, this team is young. Started 11 of their 22 starters, freshmen or sophomores. There's Barrera going absolutely nowhere because Frederick Williams is upset. Williams offers from Cal, Washington, Penn, Washington State, Boston College, Colorado, Oregon State. So second and about 11 or 12. Latif has gone the whole way except for a couple of plays for the Lancers. Hernandez in motion. Time over the middle. Caught. Down to the 5. Garrett Schnabel. Inside the 5-yard line is Schnabel. Barrera. Touchdown, Lancers! Ground level, find the seam, get behind big old number 75. That is Nehemiah Johnson-Williams, 6'4", 335, the sophomore, with an offer from the University of Massachusetts. So Kelly in to try and tie it up, and he does. So 17 unanswered points by the Lancers. So what was a very slow pace and pedestrian game in the first half has exploded here in the second. We are all tied with just over 9 minutes to go. Taking a look at the schedules. Next week, Orange Lutheran. They have Upland, Edison, then Damien. Then they start, then Notre Dame. Then they start their league. Serra at Long Beach Poly, Cathedral, Warren, Oaks Christian. Then they start their league. Little pooch kick again, and Serra was ready for it. That is caught. Mason Johnson again with a big play. The young man has done it on defense, and there you see the impact he has on special teams. So, will it be Jason Mitchell at quarterback, and will they just keep running the football and try and eat this clock? It will be Mitchell. And we have not seen Roderick Pleasant on offense at all tonight, which is surprising to me. Mitchell completes. That is out to Zach Williams, the transfer from St. John Bosco. His brother is at San Diego State. Second completion for Mitchell there. It was huge, but now you've got a false start penalty. So 1st and 15. Two receivers down to the bottom of the screen. Rainey takes it, it's got some room into the open field, bulls over a couple people, gets out to midfield, and a first down. 18 yards on the carry for Sincere Rainey. Great blocking up front. The blitz comes into the middle. Rainey sees it, and he ends up bouncing to the outside for a huge gain. Blitz coming again from the outside. Rainey, good solid 5 yards. If it works, don't go away from it.
Gain of 5 brings up second and 5. Ball to Olu 45.
Another injury. Jay Serra up 28-17 on Sierra Canyon. Mason Johnson coming off. He has been an impact player tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The senior, 35 tackles last year, 8 of them for loss, has been an impact on defense and on special teams. Mitchell keeps. Gain of about 8. First down.
Mitchell on the keeper.
So what Mitchell's doing there is he's reading the middle linebacker. If the middle linebacker goes with what could be the fake or the ball carrier, and Mitchell sees that, if he goes with, Mitchell's going to keep it and hit the middle like he did there for a huge gain. Honda gets hammered. Gabe Morin, we talked about him early in the game. 140 tackles last year. Coach Rod Sherman says he is just the best leader and such a tremendous young man, a very high character individual, a team leader, does everything by example, takes guys under his wing. And he is the leader not only of this defense, but of this football team. Mitchell. Flat. Kakazu. First catch of the season for the senior. Close to a first down.
Has to play Kakazu.
Kakazu, we talked about it. ACL tear twice. You see the brace on his knee. Just great to see him back. So third and very short. Rainey. First down.
Rainey, the ball carrier, brings the ball across the 25.
Serra seems to be content with just running the ball and eating the clock. Thinking about the next 6.5 minutes. Olu, 3 timeouts. Serra has 2. Injured player. That is number 52, Tyari Hill. So we're going to step away for a sec while they tend to Big Tyari.
Remember as a kid, if you could dream it, you could do it? Well, you still can. Now during the Ford Summer Supercharged Sales Event. And with great offers on select Ford vehicles, you'll not only bring back the fun, you'll supercharge it. So when the sun goes down, you'll just be getting started.
Now, get the powerful 2022 Ford F-150 with 1.9% APR for 60 months, only at your Southern California Ford dealers.
And we are back. And there you see Tyari Hill off under his own power. So 1st and 10 for the Cavaliers on the 24-yard line. Mitchell pressured. Had a guy, had Honda out in the flat.
Mitchell's pass falls incomplete, brings up a 2nd and 10.
So 2nd and 10. Mitchell has gone the entire way this half. One-on-one coverage to the outside. Gives it to Rainey. Gets in behind. That's big old number 50. Iacopo Tovillo, 6'2", 325. So 3rd and about 3. 5:35 and counting. Do you give it to Rainey? Yes. Gets the first down and more. Sincere Rainey down to the 6-yard line.
Middleton on the tackle, bringing down Rainey. Spotted at the 7. It's 1st and goal for Serra.
Now he almost got run over by Nieves, number 78. Nieves came from the backside on the pull. Rainey cut right in front of him. Serra not in any hurry right now. They want to use all of the play clock, or as much as possible. Honda in the backfield now. Mitchell. Touchdown, Jason Mitchell from 5 yards.
Now run by Mitchell. Good for a Cavalier touchdown.
You get the pull, you get the leap, you get the 6. That's Jason Mitchell's strength right there. That's the strength of this football team, is running the ball, keeping it on the ground, use that big offensive line, and pound it. That young man is a tremendous athlete. Coach Scott Altenberg said he will improve throwing the ball, but the things he does with the ball in his hand are just different. There you see Honda. Takazu will be the long snapper. Tyler Law, the holder. Honda has missed one tonight. Bad snap. Bad snap. Snap was low.
4:38 remaining in the game.
All right, so here's the deal. 4:38 left. Serra is up by 6. Olu needs a touchdown and a PAT. Fasten your seatbelts. Week 0. This game started off very slowly, but it has picked up the excitement here in our first game of the year on Bally Sports. The Lancer faithful are singing Party in the USA by somebody, I don't know who that is. So, back to receive. Alafio and Frierson. Honda to kick it off. Mentioned it earlier in the broadcast. 69 kickoffs last year, 23 touchbacks. So we will see what happens here with, will Honda kick it into the end zone or will it be returned? And it will be returned. Tripped up and gets out to the 20-yard line is Alafio. So the Lancers with all 3 timeouts, 4:32 left. It will be TJ Lateef. And we will see what he does. Does he find Barrera in the flat on those wheel routes? Does he keep finding Marshall over the middle? That's been the recipe for success here in the second half for the Lancers. Three receivers to the bottom, 1 to the top. Lateef pressured. Frederick Williams and big old number 71, Ajane Harper, 6'3", 295-pound sophomore. So 2nd and 10. Will they bring the blitz? The right side of this offensive line is very young. Utu, a freshman. Nehemiah Johnson-Williams, a sophomore. The center, Tagai, a sophomore. Frederick Williams comes, gets pressure, ball is out. That may be a flag. That is a flag. Keo Huloa did not get his head turned around. Hernandez says, yep, that's a flag. Watch the pressure from Williams. He almost gets there. Keo Huloa, hand on. And the flag. So, 15 yards. Ball now at the 35-yard line.
35-yard line. Good for a Lancer. First down.
Lateef. Hernandez caught at the 42-yard line. Great throw, great defense by Serra. Mitchell was in on that play, as was Montgomery. But Hernandez, the transfer from Corona Centennial, who is a natural pass catcher, hauls that in. So he was in the slot, runs that corner route, and Lateef just drops the dime. Under 4 minutes. Plenty of time. 3 timeouts for the Lancers. Do the Cavaliers bring pressure? Whistles. Offsides on the Cavaliers. A free 5. So now it's 1st and 5. If you're Aaron Corp, Rod Sherman, Chris Ward, do you take a shot here?
Well, that in the 37-yard line will be 1st and 5.
Pressure, Lateef, deep. Flag. Okay, the ball was thrown at the 5-yard line. The flag was thrown at the 20. It's going to be pass interference again. So what was a relatively clean game, all of a sudden now we've got pass interference on the last couple of plays. So let's see. Can't see anything from here. But Ryan, the freshman, on the coverage against Alafayo. So the Lancers knocking on the door right now. Ball's at the 23-yard line of Serra. You've got Fields down here at the bottom against Alafayo. Pitch, Frierson. Going nowhere. Keohuloa was the first one there. Also in on the tackle was Montgomery.
At the line of scrimmage for no gain. Second 10 for the Lancers.
Orange Lutheran needs the touchdown. Three-man front for the Cavaliers. They bring four. Latif, end zone. Knocked away. Flag again. That's Marshall, the senior, against Ryan, the freshman. It's one-on-one.
Stay here. Naya! Naya! Keep!
I didn't really see Ryan do anything, but I don't have an angle. So maybe there was some hand fighting going on there. But that is the third pass interference penalty on Serra on this drive. Latif, screen, Barrera. Down to the 2. Barrera, 2 touchdowns on the evening already. See it set up.
Ball spotted at the 1. And good for another Lancer. First down.
The ball is at the 1. Serra calls timeout.
Timeout called by Serra. 2:13 remaining in the game. Until second timeout of the second half. One timeout remaining.
Well, we said it earlier, what was a very slow game in the first half, maybe shaking some rust off, maybe finding some things out about yourself, was 7-3 at the half, and now we've had 36 points scored in the second half. We're going to take a break. We will be back with the last 2+ minutes here on Bally Sports.
It's the Ford Summer Supercharged Sales Event, and with great offers on select Ford vehicles, you'll not only bring back the fun, you'll supercharge it.
Right now, get 2.9% APR for 60 months on the family-friendly 2022 Ford Explorer.
Well, the strategy here might be, and welcome back into the Prep Zone on Bally Sports. I'm Tony Moskal. Do you let them score to give you enough more time? Because it's almost inevitable that they will score. And they hold. That was Barrera. So the risk here for Coach Scott Altenberg is now if Orange Lutheran just runs clock and they do score and get the extra point, you don't have a lot of time to come down and score the touchdown. But this is a very experienced defense. They've been in big games before. They've been in this situation before. Do you, if you are Olu, go over the left side where you have two seniors, Hale and Rodriguez, 280 and 315. Barrera, again, short. And they went over the center, Tagawai, the sophomore. Clock is ticking. If you're Scott Altenberg, do you save that last timeout if they score the touchdown? So Barrera comes out, Frierson comes back in. Maybe they're going to throw here.
All forward, let's go.
All right, two receivers down to the bottom, one-on-one coverage. See what the sophomore Latif does. We've got a flag, so let's see what this is. It's going to be a false start on Olu.
No way.
Flag. False start called against Orange Lutheran. He's on third goal with the ball at the 6.
Well, Barrera comes back in for Frierson. Latif. Nobody there. All right. Here's your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 4th down. The ball is at the 6.5-yard line. Olu needs a touchdown and an extra point to win it. Looks like Scott Altenberg's decision was right so far. Let's play some defense and let's hold them. Three receivers are going to the top of the screen. One down here at the bottom. That's Wang. Hernandez in motion. Barrera, flat. Touchdown, Barrera! Here it is again. They just don't cover him in the flat. They've run that very effectively several times tonight. And that one ties it up. Kelly for the lead. Good. For the first time tonight, the Lancers lead. Will it be enough? They went down 7-0. Got the field goal. That was the halftime score, 7-3. Oh, Serra came back, went up 20-3. Olu tied it at 20. Serra went up on the Mitchell run, 26-20, the bad snap. No extra points. Then the Lancers answer with a long drive, aided by 3 pass interference penalties. And they are now up by 1 point. Dieter Kelly, known for touchbacks. 50 of them last year out of 68 kickoffs. And that will be another one. Will not give Roderick Pleasant a chance to return it. Now, my question is, will we see Roderick on offense here? Serra's got 80 yards to go, one timeout. Honda's longest field goal last year was 37, so you have to at least get him to the 20-yard line. So that would be 60 yards. To get the Honda's range from last year, you need 60 yards. You've got 30 seconds and one timeout. Jason Mitchell is not in at quarterback. It is Jimmy Butler. Butler over the middle. Too much. Out of the reach of Bel Gonzalez. Here it is. Bel Gonzalez on the crossing route. He's open, but the ball's just a little odd. But he also had Honda down around the 50. And if Honda gets that ball where he is, that could have been a touchdown. Because there was nobody within 15 yards of him. Even though we don't have a player of the game, I'm going to award one anyway right now. If the Lancers hang on to win, Rex Barrera has had one heck of a night. Little mix up there. Rainey, nowhere to go. Scott Altenberg is begging and pleading, so he's got to use that last time out. Let's talk about Rex Barrera for a minute. Last year, one rush for 6 yards as a running back. As a receiver, one catch for 6 yards. 12 yards of total offense for the young man last year. This year, so far, 3 touchdowns. And none bigger than that last one from T.J. Lateef. He's got a couple touchdown passes himself tonight. So 16 seconds left. No timeouts left for the Cavaliers. Remember, Serra lost this game last year, started 1-3, still won a CIF championship. Butler, pressured. Oh. All right, so that's going to be a helmet-to-helmet. Butler does a great job getting away from pressure. And that is the right call. So they'll get an extra 15 here. All right, so ball at the 38-yard line. 9 seconds left. You've probably got time to maybe throw something on a deep out or something. Pleasant in the game for the first time on offense. So let's see if they try and get Roderick in some space. 2 very, very high safeties. And we're going to get a timeout by the Lancers. The 2 high safeties are Mania Allah and number 25, Wes Barksdale. I think you got to get the ball to Pleasant, find him something in space, and let him go. Run a pick play, run a crossing route. If he gets the ball in space, this last 9 seconds can be very, very exciting. You've also got Mitchell out here as a wide receiver. So you got Mitchell down here. You got Pleasant up top. You've got 2 deep safeties. Pleasant is being defended by Keon Washington, who's playing way, way off. So maybe it's a bubble screen. Here we go. Mason Johnson with the hit. And that'll do it. The Orange Lutheran Lancers, look at Johnson. Just plows through 2 guys. Butler thinks he's got time, winds up. Johnson hits him, ball comes out. Lancers win. 27-26. Well, here's how the game started. First play from scrimmage, Roderick Pleasant picks off TJ Lateef, takes it in for the score. And it was a very, very slow first half as Dieter Kelly scores the only points for Orange Lutheran. Then it was the Sincere Rainey show in the third quarter. He takes that one from 27 yards out as the Cavaliers go up 13-3. Then just a little while later, he takes it from 12 yards out, and the Cavaliers are up 20-3. Kelly comes back and gives the Lancers a field goal here from 33. Then the Rex Barrera show starts to happen. There's the first touchdown for the senior. That one from 9 yards out. Then Barrera with an 8-yard touchdown run, get behind the big guys. That tied it up at 20. Then Mitchell, with his first touchdown, keeps it himself, does John Elway, propelling into the end zone. And then aided by 3 pass interference penalties, Lateef, Barrera, into the end zone, touchdown. That tied it. Dieter Kelly kicks the extra point. Those are the final points of the night. The Lancer fans celebrate. The Lancers win it, 27-26. I'm Tony Moskal. For our entire crew at Bally Sports, we thank you for watching, and we wish you a very pleasant good evening.